Ranked the lowest, but with the strongest fighters. It's a refuge for failures. It's constant turf wars and overthrowing others. And I'm gonna take the top spot. When you're the lowest of the low, hated by others, and got nothing but your fists, fighting to be the best is the dream. A battle to determine the trashiest of the trash. That's right up my alley.
Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Reggie here, back with you for another video. Welcome back to the House of Animation, where we have discussions and reviews about our favorite anime and cartoons. And for today's video, we're gonna be talking about one of the best fight, and I mean gangster, straight hands, mano a mano, Black Air Force One energy animes there is out there, Windbreaker. But what I really want to talk about is the main character Sakura, and how this anime is an anime about self-identity, how you view yourself versus how other people view you. But before we get into that, please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you like this type of content. It really helps our channel and really helps with the algorithm so you guys can see when we drop more. So with that, let's drop the intro. So, to put it short, Windbreaker is essentially an anime about gangs and turf wars. It's really what Tokyo Revengers should have been. But when you really get into it, it's more than that. It's about protecting your home, protecting the people you love and the place that you care for. And then it's really about learning more about yourself and others. And that's where we get into the main character, Sakura. Because when we first are introduced to him, we see him having a somewhat nightmare about himself walking this tightrope. See, we're quickly able to understand that's how he sees his life. He feels like he's always walking a tightrope where he can't see anything around him. He feels like he's just walking through life, taking one step at a time, ready to fall at any moment. And the reason why he feels this way is because everyone treats him like shit. They assume he's a bad person just because of the way that he looks. And because his personality is so defiant, he starts to have this idea in his brain where he's just like, you know what? Fuck it. If everyone sees me this way, I might as well fit the description and not care what they think and do whatever the fuck I want. So essentially, he sets up his mind to become the best of the worst. And to be honest with you, I kind of get that. There was a time in my life where people made me feel like I was always the bad guy, where I was always the problem. I honestly just decided to lean into it. I decided not to give a fuck what people thought. Didn't care about their feelings, their emotions. I just decided to do whatever the fuck I want, because why am I gonna try and change your perception of me when honestly there's no point? Now I could be projecting a little bit, but that's what Sakura feels like to me. He feels like to me that everyone has always viewed him like he was a bad person just because of his looks, that he's like, you know what, I bet. But really, deep down inside, I feel like he just wants to be accepted. So he goes to a place unintentionally where he might find some people who are just like him. So he decides to do what every anime character wants to do. He wants to be Pirate King. He wants to be Hokage. He wants to be the Wizard King. Basically, Sakura wants to become the new top of the school. He wants to be the strongest person in the worst high school in the area. So while he's walking through town getting the lay of the land, he runs into a bunch of creeps who are picking on this random girl. And because they start making fun of his appearance the way all the people do who don't like him, he fucks them up.
Stay out of my way!
They make me sick.
But the most interesting part to him is that the girl that he essentially saves is kind to him. She's nice to him. She doesn't treat him like all the people from his past treated him because of his appearance, because he came off a certain way, because of his attitude. She was actually kind and nice to him, and he was shocked by it. After his interaction with her, he starts going through town and meets person after person who's just kind to him. They don't judge him despite the way people normally do. And he's honestly taken off balance with it. And I can understand that when you go to a place and you're just so used to people treating you a certain way, you're so used to having your guard up, when people actually are kind to you for no reason other than just being kind, it takes you out of yourself for a minute. And it kind of reminds me of a quote that I heard a long time ago. And it said that the kindest people usually come off the meanest because they have the softest hearts. They build up this armor to be able to protect that heart from the people around them. And once you get to that level, it is very hard to take that armor off. So right after walking through town, he runs into the same exact gang that he beat up before, but this time they got like an army with them. And this is where I gotta pause right here and give Windbreaker the highest of praise, because my man Sakura is the definition of Black Air Force One energy. My man gives no fucks. But really, I just want to praise Windbreaker as a whole. All of the fights in Windbreaker are dope. Each one of them tells an amazing story. It's animated to perfection. The hits make you feel like these niggas is really getting hit. The soundtrack is perfect for each fight. Everybody has their own unique fighting style. The fight choreography is dope. It's passionate. It puts you at the edge of your seat. It makes you feel like you watching war. Matter of fact, let me just give you a little bit of this group brawl so you can see what I'm talking about.
You went and picked the wrong guy to sucker punch.
This is me. This is the person I am! What the hell you think you're doing? As long as I can fight, as long as I'm the strongest, I belong on top! What's it matter if I'm alone?
Alright, I think that's enough. Back to the video. As Sakura spends his days at Bofurin, he goes in day after day of meeting people who accept him with open arms. His classmates accepted him when they found out that he was in a big gang fight to defend the town. He even meets the real top of the school, Unamiya, and even starts to learn from him. When he meets Unamiya for the first time, he actually feels something that he's never felt before. He feels safe.
What the hell is this feeling? I'm so at ease it almost makes me angry. I think I'm starting to understand why he commands such loyalty. When I'm with him, I feel safe.
And in one of Sakura's greatest growth moments in his life, during the Shishi Torin arc, he fights with the second in command of the rival gang and starts to learn more about himself, and for the first time realizes that he wants to learn more about his opponent, and even at points wants to defend them. That's why I'm so excited for you guys to see season 2, because if you think season 1 was dope, I can't wait for y'all to see the Keel arc, because that to me is Sakura's first defining moment in the story, because that's when Sakura really starts to learn more about who he is. Sakura really has a low self-esteem of himself. He's angry all of the time because he's so afraid that people will reject him. He's so afraid that people won't like him or accept him for who he is. And because of that, he ends up rejecting people before he even gives them a chance to know him. He feels that if he's not perfect, people won't like him anymore. And really, he just realizes that he's scared. And really, that's because of much of his life, he's been walking this tightrope. And it goes back to what we saw in the beginning. He's been walking this tightrope, afraid to fall, just taking things one step at a time, never feeling like he'll have anywhere to land if he doesn't keep walking straight. But when he finally comes to a place where people accept him, where people actually like him for who he is, he's able to take that leap into the darkness and land in a place where he feels safe. And finally, he's able to accept himself and not view himself how other people see him, but how he sees him. Windbreaker is an amazing anime, and honestly, I think one of the sleepers of last year. So I can't wait for you guys to see season 2 and then come back to this video to see what I was talking about. So comment below and let me know what you think of Windbreaker. Do you actually like the anime? Do you like it just for the fights, or do you actually like it for the story too? Comment below and let me know. But with that, I got nothing left for this video. So, peace.